And in today's episode, I'm going to be making a coffee table out of reclaimed materials that I got off my local Facebook site. So I'll start by making a reference line that I can chop on the miter saw to give me a nice square edge. I'll then take a tape measure and I'll measure from that cut line all the way down 12 inches to give me the length I need for the legs. So here I am using the Titan compound miter saw. It's a really good saw. I've used it on a few other projects already and I've definitely put it through its paces. So with all 4 legs cut to size, let's move on to the tabletop. So all I've done here is I've put the glass on the top, put my router on top of the glass, lowered the blade so that it touches the worktop. That way, when I remove the glass and I make my first plunge and cut, the rebate should be just deep enough for the glass to sit level with the tabletop. So with that being said guys, let's take away the glass and get on with our first cuts. You'll notice that I'm taking my time on these cuts. I don't want to ruin it and get a lot of chip out by rushing it. I want to take my time and get it right first time. Now if you look in the bottom left hand corner of the screen at the masking tape, you'll see that some of it's ripped off. This masking tape is an absolute bitch. It kept on sticking to the base of the router. Now that all the routering is done, it's time to clean up the corners of the round edges and put some nice smooth clean square edges on there so that the glass will sit in nicely. I do this with a 1-inch chisel and a mallet. I take the chisel, I square it up to the corner and then lightly tap it with the mallet, taking out the rounded corner to leave a nice square corner. So now it's time for a quick test fit, and it looks like everything fits snugly, but if I'm honest, it sits just half a mil proud for my liking. So now I'm at the table saw, just knocking off those sharp corners by putting a 45-degree angle on them. And there we go, all the sharp edges are knocked off and I'm quite happy with those. So now I've got the tabletop flipped over and I've put the legs on top there and I'm just setting the distance from each edge at an equal amount just to give it a nice look. I do this in all 4 corners, labelling each corner and labelling the corresponding leg just to make sure that it all fits. So all I'm doing here is I'm taking my speed square and I'm slowly sneaking up on the leg, making sure not to push the leg out of alignment. That way it'll give me a nice straight line that I can reference from. Now what you didn't see me do in this video is cut the supports to join the legs to the table. I think they're called aprons or stringers, I'm not too sure, but all I'd done was I measured from one leg to the other, transferred that onto the wood and then cut it at the miter saw. And here it is guys, a coffee table made out of recycled materials that I got off my local free to you page.